Hello, good afternoon viewers. It's me, Azahra Nailah on Brawijaya News. Today, March 16, 2022. Our first news is about Rwanda, the sixth safest country for solo travelers. Rwanda has invested much effort in its national security by building competent and professional security organs. And according to a new survey, Rwanda was ranked 6th in terms of safety and is the most safe country in Africa for solo travelers. So buses are a great way to travel around, but make sure to buy tickets direct from the company you are traveling with, as touts are known to try and prey on unsuspecting tourists. Similarlycabs are a safe and reliable way to travel around the city of Kigali. Usebounce, a luggage storage app, created the ranking by combining a crime index and a safety index to evaluate where solo travelers would feel safest. And these indexes were made using data from Numbeo. And the rest of the top 10 include Slovenia, Georgia, Iceland, Croatia, Czechia, Austria, and Denmark. Gorilla trekking is one of the most famous tourist attractions in Rwanda, which attracts thousands of tourists a year to have this unique experience. And the Rwandan government has worked to make guided tours safe for both tourists and the animals. And a move to help the environment, Rwanda also banned plastic non-biodegradable bags in 2008. Currently, due to the pandemic, COVID restrictions are still in place for travelers entering and exiting Rwanda. And to curb the spread of the virus, the country has an active curfew between the hours of 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. And tourists must also take a PCR test 72 hours before visiting any of the country's national parks. Well, viewers, moving on to the next news, we have as the French presidential election approaches from their ballot box this weekend, and next will come the name of the candidate, picked from among dozens that they want their mayor to endorse. Normally, the current mayor, Olivier Hoffman, would be the one who making the choice, vowing to support one name from a list of potential candidates who are vying to get 500 endorsements from elected officials to get onto the April ballot. But in an inflamed climate of election time politics and with very among opponents of COVID-19 vaccinations increasingly bubbling over into violence directed at elected representatives, Saint Anastasi, staunchly a political mayor, doesn't want to be seen taking sides. And there's mounting disquiet in France. In the wake of apparent arson attacks in December, that targeted a lawmaker and a mayor, and both aligned with President Emmanuel Macron, and other violence targeting elected officials, as the government steadily increased pressure on the non-vaccinated to get COVID-19 jabs to curb the surge of infection fueled by the Omicron variant. The Interior Ministry recorded a year-on-year increase of 47% in acts of violence directed at elected officials through the first 11 months of 2021, with 162 lawmakers and 605 mayors or their deputies reporting attacks. And this month, during protests against France's vaccine pass that bars the unvaccinated from cafes and other venues, about 30 angry people besieged the office of lawmaker Romain Grou, shoving him and yelling furiously. And the National Assembly Speaker, Richard Ferrand, says more than 540 of the 577 lawmakers have reported threats of verbal and physical attacks. Anti-vaccination sentiment is also detailing the residual anger among Yellow Vest protesters, and the frequently violent demonstrations against Macron led by the group rocked his government before the pandemic. And around 42,000 elected officials are empowered to sponsor a candidate for the presidential race. In the 2017 presidential runoff, then Macron won the village, voted by a large majority for the loser, far-right leader Marine Le Pen, who is running again. And villagers would choose from around 45 would-be candidates, including Macron, who Hoffman assumes will seek re-election, even though the president hasn't yet said so. Well, viewers, there's the news for today. Thank you for watching. I am Azahra Nailah. See you next time on Brawijaya News.